Welcome to our Conversations in Bed podcast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out great.
1, 2.
We are rolling. We're live, baby. So welcome to Conversations in Bed podcast. This is episode 3. I am Adrian Carmona, and this is my lovely
Esposa.
Yes, do we
Wife.
say host? Can I say nah, that's whack.
I'm your wife.
Yeah, you're my wife. Right.
We are co-hosts, but we are one.
Right. Yeah. No,
In
we
other
are.
words, my name is Jessica Carmona.
Yes, that is the lovely
Tu
Jessica
esposa.
Carmona. I scored high with that one. Yeah, right.
Wait, scored high with what?
I'm saying my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bear, can you sit down for a second, please? If you hear all that
High
scratching,
heels, all the high heels.
That's the dog in the background.
Gotta cut his toenails.
All right, so I think last episode was pretty good. The first one was good too. This time we're just gonna go a little bit different. We just want to kind of give some variety.
Yeah.
That way people can.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover.
We should not have had Chick-fil-A before doing this
Dude,
recording.
I know. So, by the way, we are sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
We would love to be.
Hold on, hold it up again. Hold it up again. Yeah. That way, if we get sued, then hey, bad publicity is at least some publicity.
Well, we're not making money on this, so
No, we're not. We're not. But I would love for Chick-fil-A to sponsor us.
that would be wonderful.
If that's a possibility.
But we should not have eaten it and drank soda right before this.
No, that
podcast.
wasn't a good idea. I am in the middle
Gassy.
of well, yeah. just in a way of that I was burping.
What was your reaction when you first heard my guess?
Wait.
Period. Ever.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
throwing in a wrench. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you really
Throwing a wrench in the
you really
plans.
did. Okay, so in the
And then
in the land that Adrian lived in when we first got together, my wife was not as disgusting as she is. I'm not trying to throw you under the bed,
Oh,
honey.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I am confident in all the woman that I am.
you should be because I love you, I adore you, and I think you're sexy. But when you're in the bathroom, man.
I'm talking about like burping or
Oh no!
farting.
I give you that. I'm just saying that,
Tooting.
like, I give you your respect. I give you your space. But yeah. Real talk, man. I thought it was just gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be like I remember. You know what? Let's talk about it. All right. So there was a
That's why
time.
I asked the question.
Yeah, there was a time specifically where. I think you were just saying like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so gassy and stuff," and this was in the beginning of our relationship,
Yeah,
right?
When you don't want to like put all your cards on the table, you got to hook them first and like, and then
That's so messed.
and then release the beast once in a while.
Oh, you trapped me, didn't you?
I did.
So yeah, I remember you was saying that you were bloated and you're like gassy and stuff, and I was like, hey man, babe, just just let it out, man. It's all good. I thought in my mind that I was just gonna hear a nice little poof, and maybe followed by that like a sparkle of like glitter. Like
And it would smell like lavender and
yeah,
eucalyptus.
yeah, just something delicate. I thought it was gonna be delicate. When I heard the monster that came from you, I was embarrassed. And I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed because of how gratefully loud it was. Because I mean, it was really loud. But I was embarrassed because I know that I could not measure up to that.
So for some context, Adrian grew up in a home where they were not allowed to gas.
Not at all.
Period.
Not
Around
at
each
all.
other. Like
yo,
ever.
I would be, yo, I'm dead serious. You can ask my siblings and stuff. Like, we would be punished, or like if we were to do that, is go to the bathroom. Do that. Go handle that in the bathroom. That was it. We weren't allowed to fart or burp and stuff. That was completely. You don't do that and stuff. Yeah, Bear is like
He wants
throwing
to
all
play.
the signs where he want to play. Bear, not right now, okay, bud.
He's so
Not right now.
cute.
I know.
He just wants to play.
All right.
He's
just-
like the kids when you're busy. That's when they want
I
your
know.
attention.
I know.
And then my family growing up,
I can't believe we're talking about this. This is ridiculous.
It is. We had competitions, like between my dad and my brother and my sister and my mom. Like we would like laugh the louder it got. So I grew up in a completely different environment. So when we got together, it was like I didn't know that his were so dainty and like cute. So now it's like a running joke 9 years later that it's like, oh, babe, that was a cute attempt.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do try to like push, and I feel like it's gonna be a good one. It's so quiet. It's like right. Mine is the one with the sprinkles and glitter.
All right.
But
anywho,
yeah. So
that was a fun cameo.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for.
You're welcome.
Well, the point is though, in marriage, nobody prepares you for moments like that, and there's a lot of moments because it's like you basically it's almost like having a roommate for forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you agree with that? So it doesn't matter like how compatible we are.
And still trying to find them sexy after you see all the roommate stuff.
And you know what? I think I'm disgusting.
Because the grosser I am, the more you like it.
No.
Oh.
No, it's just that it's like, it's my wife.
Yeah.
We're
in this.
I'll still put in work.
Yeah. There's that.
I'm sorry. But it's true. It's true. I think that's why I said, like, I feel like I'm disgusting. Because it does gross me out, but other
not
than
enough.
No, not enough. Not enough to keep me away.
Nope, nothing is. Nothing is enough.
But going back to the fact that like no matter what, it's like, yeah, no matter how compatible you guys are and stuff, and you learn a lot about each other. I got a thing where I like to wear certain pants, and I would take them off and I would place them somewhere close because I'm not done wearing them.
Not in a hamper, not back in the dresser, not in a closet.
Yeah.
Where do they end up?
In the washer?
No. When you're wanting to wear them again one day.
What? I got a favorite pair. I remember one time
his pants lay on the floor next to the bed instead of just fold them, put them back in the dresser if you were going to wear them again. But they don't go in the hamper, they don't go in the closet, and they don't go back in a drawer. They just lay on the floor.
Because my wallet and my belt is still on.
Take them out and put them on your...
That just means I'm not done with them yet.
See, guys, everybody goes through this. I know I'm not the only woman in the world that deals with
You're
this.
not.
I'm really not.
But again, it's one of those things that you kind of learn. You learn by it.
And you have to look over it and think, I just love my husband's butt in those pants. Can't wait to see him again one day while they lay there on the floor, hoping to be worn.
So anyway, that's not. I guess that's not the worst thing, right?
No.
Let's jump into another topic.
Okay.
All right, and I need a real answer from you.
Real is dangerous.
Real answer, okay?
I'm a very transparent person.
All right. So in that case, this is going to be good.
Okay.
Who or who's your favorite child?
Oh, no.
I'm playing, dude. I'm playing.
I'm
playing. No. We listen.
They're all so different.
I know. So, but the thing is, though, we love our children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We love them, but I don't believe we have to like them.
I don't like them.
Cause let me tell you, Jalen. Oh my God, that is my princess.
We know.
That is besides you. I'm telling you. besides you, she is the love of my life.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. And I
But
think
that's a good thing.
yeah,
It's a
right?
great thing.
Yeah.
I don't envy it.
Yeah. And I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you
No, 'cause
see it.
You set the standard for the man that she's gonna look for when she grows up. So
Absolutely.
love her away.
Can't wait to meet him. No.
It's
Anyway.
a sore subject.
Anyway, I'm living right now. But anyway, Jalen, man, she is the love of my life. But
She'll
What
push
a-
a button.
what a friend of me.
Yeah.
She is the biggest friend of me that I have, because like she would do things on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
but then smother me in such love.
Abusive love. She's
Y-
hardcore.
yeah, yeah. I'd say that. I'd say that.
In a not really abusive, but it is definitely
No,
tough.
she has two
hard
older brothers,
love,
and
yeah.
she got a dad, and we like to she hangs with the boys.
Oh, she can hang.
Yeah, she gets down with the boys.
As a mom, what I am most excited about as she grows is that my girl will be able to defend herself.
Absolutely, I can 100%.
Her
agree
brothers
with
are
that.
scared of her most of the time.
Yeah, she's definitely a tough girl, and
Yeah.
and man, I love her, and I could say majority of the time she gets me in trouble
All the time.
with you.
All the time.
But I pick your side though. I do.
Mhm.
But she, what was that?
It's my answer when I don't want to disclose.
Oh my god, it was. I guess that's sore.
It's not sore. But yes, she does.
No, I know. It's hard, man. I always tell people that never experienced what it is to have a daughter and that's married. It's almost being it's a love triangle, man, because it's like it's being married. I have my wife
And your girlfriend.
and then a girlfriend. Because dude, we do a lot together. And
we
bro,
both require a lot of your attention.
yeah, no, seriously. But yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. She looks out for me.
She does. She has saved your tail on a few occasions.
Yeah, my boys, they could be completely oblivious to whatever's going on.
Oh no, they
and-
are
and
oblivious.
miss it,
Yeah.
like completely miss it.
They're 5 and 6 years older than her.
Yeah, so
And
Jalen,
I could give her the checkbook right now.
yeah, and she'll run
And
with
trust
it,
her with
and she'll deposit
Yep.
everything
Yep.
and drive back responsibly. Mind you, she's only 7.
In 2 months.
We got Levi, who just turned 12,
Mhm.
right? And
Yep.
then
Adrian's
Adrian,
13.
our 13-year-old.
Yeah, I'm a 13.
Right.
He's got that voice that's going in and out. He sounds like the whale from Finding Nemo.
His voice is definitely cracking right now. So it's cool though, because like our kids are completely mixed, man.
They are.
So how do you feel about that? How does that make life? Because as obviously the viewers know that we are in a interracial relationship, but how real is it that we forget?
Oh, we forget all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't think we remember until something happens and we have to either talk to the kids about something or we experience something that you and I have to like talk
Yeah.
to each other about, or whatever's happening mainstream, like,
Yeah, it's tough.
you know, how we feel. But yeah, it's it's different because we have 3 children, but
Yeah.
they're all different races.
And there are different shades too.
So like Adrian's like full Puerto Rican, but he's dark.
Yep. Yeah.
He's dark
right,
skinned.
Right.
And Jalen is a mixture of me and you, so she is white and Rican.
Right.
So she's, you know, she looks more on the lighter side. And
Yeah.
then we have Levi, who's just, you know, all me, baby,
Russian.
all white.
He got that Russian blood though going in his
Yeah, he
veins,
does.
right?
Yep. And so all 3 of our children, I feel like we have to parent a little bit differently at times when it comes
Yeah.
to that stuff. because
Absolutely.
Adrian will face things that Jalen won't as a Latino because he's
As a
more
as a
clearly
brown boy.
he is more clearly Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Because of the color of his skin. And so having to, as a white person, having to prepare him for those things from a perspective that I don't fully experience.
Yeah.
But as a wife and being exposed to some of the things that you've experienced, and then talking with, you know, your family and with our family and, you know, we have a lot of friends, and so just hearing some stuff that they've gone through, and I like to think that I'm very aware of the inequities, and I'm very aware, and I try to be more and more aware. But it's also, for me, it's very intimidating at times, and I go through it too. Like, I've said certain things to you, like, I don't feel comfortable speaking up sometimes because I know I'm not racist, and I know I'm not coming from a racial perspective, but because I'm white and I have this opinion, it puts me in that category automatically with a lot of people.
This is actually a good topic because I see that too. I see that for you. Not only that, I see that for my son Levi.
Yeah.
I see that for my daughter Jalen, because although she's mixed, dude, she got blue eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't really know
fair skin
that she's
and stuff.
Puerto Rican. Yeah.
So now it is forcing me to take on a different perspective too, where, you know, not only that I gotta look out for my brown boy and stuff, I gotta look out for my white son and even my daughter and stuff.
All for different, it's like completely different perspectives for each child.
But I really feel like what we are doing though, just displaying love.
Yeah.
Making that the foundation though. It shows that it really does, like, it overpowers and overshadows everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, our kids, they get along with everybody. You know, they're good freaking kids.
Yeah.
Not because they're our kids and stuff.
No, they're good kids.
Yeah. Like, and we were intentional. We were very intentional about just, one day Levi and Adrian are going to notice some differences, you know what I'm saying? And so like so I don't know if you want to just give a little quick summary of just your story, you coming in. Well, people, I guess, from the other stuff, people know that we both came into the relationship with children and stuff.
Yeah.
So I already had Adrian and
I had Levi.
And you had Levi, and it's crazy because it was like I was in Levi's life since he was born.
We just didn't.
We were just friends at the moment, right? Well,
go to episode 2 for that story.
Yeah, I was heavily friend zoned. But
he's obviously still dealing with all the emotions.
I am sometimes. But what was I saying?
I don't know. But
really?
I'm sure he didn't take his medicine again today. But like, for me, I have to think for Adrian.
Right.
The thought that, like, we don't know what type of girls they like yet. We don't know, like, who they're into, what, you know, do they like long hair, dark hair, short hair, curly hair? Yeah. Do they like freckles? Do they, you know, we don't know what their style is yet. So,
which doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking from a parenting perspective.
Yeah, I got you.
And because of him being darker skinned, that idea of, like, other parents having an issue with, like, their child dating him because he's not.
Yeah. No, that's real, because I experienced that as a younger kid. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced that before, but I think the example that we set at home is strong, because obviously our kids don't really see color until, you know, they're reminded by their friends, like, that's your, like, especially Levi, you know, people like, that's your dad,
Well, and we've
you know?
we've
Or,
also
that's your brother.
Jalen thought she should have a white dad because she's not brown like Adrian.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. Listen, when she told me that, yo, she said that like to my face.
She sure did.
It burned a little bit. I was like, oh. But it's like
She's just trying,
she's
and that
she's-
kids
I
are
was
so
about to say she's
innocent, and they're
ignorant.
just trying
Innocent,
to understand
that's
it
what
for
it is.
themselves, and it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to them at times. But we've also been very intentional with our kids
And,
about
and to
being friends
Mhm.
with, like, no matter what they look like, what if they have a disability, like, to see past
just
all
be
that
friendly,
stuff.
man.
Just be
Yeah, that's
friendly
it.
and be kind, and, you know, don't look at the color.
yeah, I remember like that really coming up because of what is it, Martin Luther King Day and stuff, and Jalen was kind of explaining in the car, you know, well, she was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, tell me about it. Tell me a little bit more
What you're
about it and stuff.
learning.
Yeah. And she was talking about how, you know, he had a dream and then he parted the seas, and I was like, that's the wrong story. But
She was combining.
but she was combining the two and stuff, and it really gave me the opportunity to be like, hey man, yeah, he laid the foundation
Yeah.
for us to be, for me and mommy to be together. You know what I'm saying? Because back in those times we probably wouldn't have, because of, you know.
And it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, right. So it was hard for her to comprehend that what people couldn't just be together. And for a
Yeah.
kid, that sounds so like wow, and it is wild. You know what I'm saying?
I had to consider for some of my family
Yeah.
that this would be different for them.
I remember the conversation we had, but I mean, we never really had that issue at all.
We didn't.
You know?
No,
So
we didn't. It was never an issue inside family, but we've gone through things together.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think I was more comfortable with my character, and I've experienced, you know, racism before and stuff. So it's like, you know, I'm more of one of those people that even in my own race I look a little, you know,
Not Puerto Rican.
out there, right? Most of the time people are like, "Yo, what are you, bro?"
Good. Keep them guessing, because it doesn't matter. Keep 'em guessing.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But
yeah, it's an interesting balance, because each child, I feel like, is going to face it in a different way, but I also want them to be mindful of what their sibling might experience. Just like I have to be aware of what you go through.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's been
Absolutely.
times I've been present and have seen it with my own eyes and experienced it, and I'm treated the way that you're treated because I'm married to you. So they
Yep.
put me
Yep.
with you, like, in their, not that you're
Yep.
lower, I'm not
No,
saying that,
no,
I'm saying
I
like
I
they put
understand.
me in whatever bracket
Right.
they have you in.
Yep.
And so, like, I have the same experience that you have,
Yeah.
and, you know, so I want our
You
kids.
can kind of feel the hurt a little bit too.
Absolutely. And then
It's-
because I'm your wife,
Right.
I am pissed. Like, it
Yeah.
pisses me off, and then I get protective and defensive and within character, but like it is challenging, and again,
it's real.
because
It's a
I
real
don't
thing.
deal with those things, but I now am more sensitive to the fact that it's in a reverse way for me. So, like, we both experience racism, but opposite of each
In
other.
different ways, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not in any way saying that one is worse than the other, but, and I know, you know, want to be, again, it's like that thing where I have to be careful, or I
wanna be
feel like I
careful.
have to be careful, but, yeah, color's not a thing for me, but and I know that, and you know
Yeah.
that, and I feel like the people
know
that
that,
know
babe.
us know that.
Absolutely.
But I experience the reverse side of it, of like tiptoeing almost, or being careful because
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
want to say the wrong
I see it
thing,
too.
because that's not my heart, and
Yeah, I
that's not
see
what
it.
I mean. It's just like literally like just saying a fact or
Right.
speaking whatever, but I don't
Right.
ever want to be one of my biggest
So-
pet peeves
so-
is being misunderstood or misconstrued.
Right.
And so
So let me ask you, when we were on the road of getting married and stuff, did any of that like cross your mind?
Never.
Like you ever having to just, like, man, just taking that into consideration, like my husband's brown, you know what I'm saying, and
No.
I'm not.
Mm-mm.
That's a beautiful thing, man. See, I never thought about that either.
I never considered it because it didn't matter to me. I honestly, I loved you because you weren't white.
Right.
Like, for me personally, I didn't. I was.
You said
I like dark skin. I love your color.
Ah, you racist? You don't like white people?
I don't. It's not my
No,
first.
no.
It's not my first go-to.
Yo, well, listen.
I've had white boyfriends. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's.
And Tanner, Bryce.
Yeah, it was like they didn't tan right for me. Like I didn't like the pink ones, you know. I didn't like the. I have a taste too.
You need
know?
some sazon.
Yeah, I like it spicy. I always joke around that I'm white on the outside, but I'm like
That's
Latino
right,
on the
girl.
inside.
That's right, girl. Take
But
that.
Yeah.
I have to be
Have a taste.
completely honest and transparent. Jessica, my wife, she's actually my first white everything. She is. I know that sounds crazy, but
That's not true. Emma Stone was your first white crush.
crush. Emma Stone, yes. I got a thing for redheads. I don't know what it was, but Emma Stone was that for me.
Gotcha.
And then
But I was your first.
but you were my first white girlfriend, white kiss,
White hug.
white hug.
No, not a white hug.
You were my first white dance. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've danced with, it was like prom and school dances and stuff. Yeah, that's but yeah, and it's crazy because it's like I know just being married to you and stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff.
No.
Yeah, you're my complete. Oh, hold on. I just thought about it. We're like the yin and yang.
Literally. Oh my god. Corny.
I know it's so corny, huh?
Corny.
Yeah, I know.
We forget, but
Yeah,
we
we
also
do.
have to remind ourselves at times because we have to like coach our kids as they're growing because
Yeah,
they're innocent.
and that's the reality.
Like they're
Yeah.
innocent and like again it goes back to that like what I experience versus what you experience because I have to be careful that I don't put my experiences on Jalen or Levi
Right.
to where they're feeling what I feel. But I also
Right.
want them to be mindful that there are certain things you cannot say because they hurt people and you don't have to understand why it hurts them. It'd be helpful if you understood why, but
Yeah, absolutely.
you don't have to understand. And that goes really for anything. You don't have to understand why something hurts someone. But the fact that it does hurt them is all that matters. And we don't want to hurt people intentionally. And so there's going to be things that they say innocently that we've had to go back and say, like, I understand that you didn't mean this, but it can be received that way.
Yeah.
So just be mindful. Let's choose better words and let's not say certain words. And, you know, so
and that's
then
what
with
it
Adrian,
really
it's
is,
different
though,
too.
Yeah, it is completely different. But it's all educating,
Yeah.
allowing them to be aware of the
And
situation.
we educate
although,
from two different perspectives because I don't experience everything you experience, but you
but
also
that,
don't experience what I experience.
Right, but that was even a thing in the beginning of our marriage where there was like I know you remember a lot of the talks that I had, like where, hey, coming from work and stuff, I experienced this today from this
I
guy.
remember
and stuff.
the story from the first time you voted in Middletown.
Oh my god. And of course I have the beard and all that, so everybody's eyes. As soon as I busted through the doors,
It was like, you know,
that was it's all good though. But moving on from that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just move on from it. I mean, but just like I do want to mention that even through all of our experiences that we've had,
Mm-hmm.
we had intentional conversations on how to prepare each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Although we weren't experiencing it with each other, because obviously we love each other and stuff, but we were very intentional about having these talks ahead of time. And I remember saying, oh man, my Adrian is this old now. I gotta kind of give him that talk of just just awareness and stuff, but not only that, just for Levi as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like they're still innocent, but then it's like they cross that threshold, and kids in school, they at home they probably just don't have the diversity that we do. Yeah,
There's a lot of
and that's the reality.
And our family is diverse.
Absolutely, yeah.
We are a very diverse family, and so I think it's sometimes unique to our kids when they see other families that aren't as diverse. But because we're diverse, they really, I'm proud of how they conduct themselves. Like they really are kind, and they don't behave differently around anybody because of color or because of the way they act even. Like some of these kids these days are woof.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. And that's even like,
but that's a reflection of other things, not necessarily the children, but
and the fact that our kids are at the age too where like even kids in school are very expressive about sexuality.
They're just exposed to so much so early. Like I don't remember being, I mean, we're older, but I don't remember being in elementary school, like being aware of things that they're aware of already. And we had the first like sex talk with the boys already. Like,
are you serious? How old are you? You're really
Me?
going to spell that out? We had the first sex talk. How old are you?
Podcast, and what if a child's listening who can't spell?
What?
Maybe they're too young to spell.
Anyway.
Maybe they're sitting with their parent while their parents watching us on Instagram.
So we had our first sex talk with our child. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Yeah, but we had to have it in like when the boys were in like 5th grade or 4th grade.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because not just of what because of what their friends were watching on their phones, like, and it was just so early. I felt like we had to have certain conversations before 4th grade, but we really had to sit them down and like explain. We'll have to on another episode talk about all the different theories we discussed with the kids.
Oh my God.
Just to get through like how babies are born. But
dude, it's
you really become a good like fibber as a parent, because there's a lot of stories you have to create to make things like age appropriate
for a season
to answer their questions, but in a way that will answer their question, not in a lying way, but like answer their question in an age appropriate way, but like not induce further curiosity where you have to answer more questions about stuff that are not age appropriate.
It gets odd sometimes. Like even like I remember because they're boys. I have boys. I do a little check-in. And I'm like, all right, boys, it's just us. What do you know? And
they go in.
Sometimes
I wish I was a fly on the wall.
Sometimes
I creep around the corner and I'm like,
oh, I know. And it's hilarious. And this is, I gotta say, it is actually one of my favorite times to just check in with my boys. And I think as a parents, it's important that we do have those moments with our children.
We want to be the first experience with them.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't want them getting information from any of their friends who, like, I want them to hear it from us first. Like, if you have questions, ask us. Like, let us inform you, because who knows what information they're going to get from kids that are their age that don't know, because they're learning.
Yep. Like, not too long ago, I had to explain or correct the fact that, one of them was asking what an alacondom was.
A what?
A alacondom.
Oh. What is an alacondom?
Well, first of all,
Anaconda or a condom?
First of all, it's not an alacondom. It's a condom. So they were asking what that was.
That's cute. I didn't know that.
I wouldn't say that, but
I mean the word is cute.
I know that it's hilarious.
Which one?
Huh?
Adrian?
Levi?
Levi?
No.
Jalen?
No. Whoa, you're being too
Oh.
fast. It was Adrian.
Oh.
You're just going down the list too fast.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but he
I
was
was
like,
about to
"Hey, what's
fight.
up? What's an alacondom?" And yeah, and then you got to be a parent and not laugh first of all,
Yeah.
and it kind of explain, and the thing is, the important thing is that they're hearing the truth and gaining the understanding
From you.
from you, the source.
Yeah, there's
It's
there's
better
no
that
point
way.
in hiding the details because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have phones, they have
Yeah.
internet, they have YouTube,
And-
they have
and
friends, and they'll find out.
And we're not exposing them to like
No.
craziness
Oh,
and
no.
whatnot. Of course,
No.
of course, be responsible and stuff. But these are
I want to give
talks
them
that
truth to their question.
yeah, these are talks that you have to have with your children, especially nowadays where they have these
There's a lot of
powerful
fluidity.
devices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, kids are interesting.
Yeah.
They are. Now, would you say you have a favorite?
No.
I'm playing. It was a joke. I was just trying to segue because, dude, we really segued into
We talked about a lot of random things. But
yeah,
that's okay.
and normally that's how our conversations
This-
in bed is.
It absolutely
It
is.
is because yeah. Do you remember where we started?
Farts.
Disgusting. Farts, burps, sounds, body sounds, and
Yeah.
and smells like.
Yep.
But yeah, that's just a little portion to expect in marriage, in doing life with your significant other that you love and that you promise to have this forever with.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is just a little snippet into our random conversations that we have and how often they bounce around. And how seamlessly they bounce around.
Especially when we're not medicated.
I am. You're not.
I'm not. I know. I gotta make a call and I'll get to that for the sake of my wife.
If you don't forget because you're unmedicated.
You're right. You're right, but it's all good. How you feel?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah.
You think that's a strong third?
Strong third.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll find out, but I feel strong about it.
Yeah. It was cool. I think it was different, right?
Yeah.
Well, love you.
I love you.
Sure.
I'm positive. I hate
I
when
was
you
just,
do
I was just joking, man. Love you too. You want to pray us out?
You pray.
I prayed last time. That's why I said you want to pray us out. I don't have a problem.
Well, you
praying.
asked me like I had the option. I'll pray.
I did, but I was kind of handing the prayer on to you. Take us out, Chip.
Chip?
Yeah.
Is that from a movie?
It was corny. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Like co-host Chip?
It was so corny. I'll never say that again. All right.
Oh, Father God, we just thank you, Lord. We thank you for just this marriage. We thank you for this friendship. We thank you for just all the seasons that we've gone through and made it through, and it wasn't without you. And thank you for my children. Thank you for my husband. Thank you for our families and their support. And I just, I pray for those listening. I pray for just encouragement, whatever they need in their moment when they're listening to this. I just pray that it, even though with all the banter and, laughter, I hope there's something special that they can take away from our experiences together as a family. And I just thank you for this opportunity. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Yo, you're smoking.
Thank you. It's the glasses.
Yeah.
It's my reading glasses.
That's what that is. I guess so.
That's what happens in your 30s.
I peeked a little bit while we were praying. I was like, man, my wife is hot.
Oh yeah, don't get offended if we pray with our eyes open. We ADHD people have figured out that we focus a little bit
It's-
better if we keep our eyes open.
That is so true.
Because when we close our eyes, it's more distracting.
yeah, there's a lot that goes on in the brain. So
yeah. So
it's
keeping our
easier
eyes
to-
open helps us focus.
it
So
does.
don't
That's a little nugget. Good
don't
job.
yell at
See, look,
don't
you're-
yell at us
yeah.
for having our
Yeah.
eyes open while praying.
All right, so right before we end, real quick, man, if you guys haven't done so already, first of all, thank you for your support. Thank you for just the views that we've been having and stuff. Even
And the
on
feedback
yeah,
has been really
the
encouraging.
feedback has been encouraging, and even the likes and the shares on Instagram and stuff. So we just really want to thank you guys and just hey, continue.
Share us with your friends, your family.
Yeah, continue to share and tell people about it. Tell people, hey man, I know this podcast that it's kind of wacky. It's fun, but it's also safe. You know, we'll never we'll never like intentionally lead you in the wrong places.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's always coming from an area of truth and experience. You know, these are all experiences that we've had and come across. But again, check us out on YouTube, subscribe, click the bell. That way you're notified every time, you know, we drop a new episode. And yeah, man, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
Deuces.